Hey everyone, it's John Dreyer, and I'm super excited to run you through the newest addition to the Fender Mustang amp line. That's the Mustang GTX 50 and GTX 100. All the great features we all love from the Mustang GT line, but now with new amp models, new effects, a new foot switch, and even a new look. So if you're not familiar with the Mustang amps, they are packed with features and can serve up all those magical tones we all have in our head. I know I do, whether it's a country tone, rock, blues, jazz, and even metal. You can take the time to dial it in perfectly, or just spin the knob and enjoy any number of factory presets that also cover many different styles. Now, if that wasn't enough, I want to remind everybody that they can take advantage of the Fender Tone 3.0 app to remotely control your amp. You can fine-tune your tones, you can create set lists for performances, download and share presets, and a whole lot more. So before we get into it, let's run down the gear that I'm utilizing for this demo today. The guitar is a Fender American Performer HSS Strat. I'm plugged directly into the GTX 100 for this demo. I'm also utilizing the GTX 7 foot switch, which we'll talk about in a minute. For the play-in, I was utilizing preset number 28, which is Boosted Brit. And then I have the stereo XLR outs coming from the back of the amp going into my DAW, into my computer. No microphones used for this recording today, at least not for the amp. All right, let's run through the features and controls of the amplifier. We can start with the top panel here. Starting from the far left, we have your input jack, where of course you plug your guitar cable into. We have preset gain and volume. 3-band EQ, which is treble, middle, and bass. We have your reverb control, and then your master volume. Next, we have your display, where you can see everything going on in the amp. It's divided into a few sections, which correspond to these layer switches, which we'll also get into in a minute. We have your encoder button that allows you to navigate through all of the menu features and parameters. We have a bank of utility buttons here, which include effects kill, save, menu, and tap, where you can actually tap in the time of your delay or modulation. Auxiliary in for an external audio device so you can jam along with tracks. And then we have your headphone jack for silent rehearsal. On the back of the amplifier, we have the power switch, USB, which is mostly used for recording if you don't have the ability to use XLRs. There's a foot switch jack, XLR stereo out, stereo line out, and also an effects loop to add additional effects. So under the hood, we have 200 onboard user presets that can be modified for any style of music, 50 watts or 100 watts of power. Both amps feature their own Celestion 12-inch speaker model. A very long list of amplifiers and effects, which we'll hear in a minute. There's an upgraded 7-button foot switch, optional for the GTX 50, but comes with the 100. It features individual bank up and down functions. You can also go into effects mode and switch effects on and off within a preset. We included a tap tempo control, and you can also control the onboard 60-second looper with the foot switch. So there are so many options and so many tones in the GTX. I can't possibly get through all of them for this demo, but what I will do is feature all the new amplifiers and new effects. The Mustang line already features a lot of great classic and modern Fender amps, but we added a few more, so let's check those out. All right, so before we get into it, I do want to mention that I have the global EQ setting set to Guitar Focus 1, which works really well for this guitar in the room I'm in. Global EQ is a great feature to accommodate a variety of guitar types and rooms. Can really come in handy for recording or playing live to work for the instrument and space you're playing in. So the first new Fender amp that we're going to look at is the Blues Junior. Now this is based on the highly popular warm-toned 1x12 Fender combo with overdrive and a fat switch. We'll start off semi-clean and then we'll ramp up the gain as we go. For this tone, I'm using preset number 9, which is in fact called Blues Junior. So let's check it out. Now to turn up the gain, I can do that a couple of different ways. I can simply go to the gain knob and turn it up, or I can go to the layer buttons here, and in this case, the lower level button that corresponds to the functions or tone of the amp. So I can hit that. The gain is highlighted. To change it, I'll hit the encoder. It changes red. Now I can alter that value, and let's hear what that sounds like. Next up is the VibraKing, a modern Fender classic with touch-sensitive dynamics and distinctive natural overdrive, and as seen on some of the largest stages in the world. So let's hear it. For this one, I'm using preset number 58, which is VibraKing. Let's check it out. Another new amp I want to show you in the Fender collection is the 65 Super Reverb. 410 speakers, sounds wonderful. We'll start off a little clean and then I'll ramp up the gain. For this one, I'm using preset number 57, which is Super Reverb. Now let's check out the Dual Showman, which is also a new amp featured in the GTX amplifiers. For this demo, I'm using preset number 11, which is named Stray Cat. Features the Dual Showman amp, along with a delay that's placed in front of the amplifier. Let's check it out. Other new amps, we have JC Clean, which is based on the JC 120 amp, renowned for its super clean response. For this demo, I'm going to use preset number 60, which is JC Chorus. Now this also features a new effect, the JC Chorus, which is placed before the amplifier. We have Jubilee, Clean, Rhythm, and Lead, three great British tones based on the Marshall Silver Jubilee 50-watt head. Here's Jubilee Rhythm. I'm using a modified version of preset number 10. Let's check that out. And here's Jubilee Lead. Last up for the new amplifiers in the GTX is the Uber, which is ideal for heavy, aggressive music as inspired by the super high gain lead channel of the Bogner Uberschall head. So there you go, some really great new amps. They make a nice addition to the many other Fender and non-Fender amps in the GTX. And as you can tell, there's really something for everyone. So now on to the new effects. All right, so fuzz fans should be very, very happy. Included in the new effects is the Ram fuzz, which is inspired by the Electro Harmonix Big Muff Pi, the Ram's Head model. There's also a Russian fuzz based on the Russian version of the Big Muff Pi. So let's hear Ram fuzz. Next up is Tube OD, or Overdrive, inspired by the BK Butler Tube Driver. For this demo, I'm going to use preset number 168, which is Boost It Blues Rock. All right, so it's not just about distortion, overdrive, and fuzz. We also have two new delays. First up is space delay, which is based on the beloved Roland RE201 space delay. And I'm using preset number 171 for this demo, which is called Space Out. Another great delay featured in the GTX is the Echo Tape Plex, faithful recreation of the Maestro Echoplex EP3 Echo. For this demo, I'm using preset number 12, which is Bass Breaker Delay. Can't forget about modulation. New in the GTX is the 4-knob flanger, based on the MXR M117 flanger. For this demo, I'm using factory preset number 81. So we also have JC Chorus and JC Vibrato. Now we heard the chorus earlier with the JC amp, so let's dial in a preset with the JC Vibrato and hear what that sounds like. All right, so the last of the effects I wanted to mention, and I'm super stoked that these are now in the GTX. I'm talking about the pedal shift, pedal harmony, and pedal detune. So these are meant to work together with an expression pedal, so think whammy. And I'm going to demo the pedal shift for you using the Fender EXP1 and preset 178. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by to check out to see what's new with the Mustang GTX amplifiers. You know, we barely scratched the surface of what this amp can do in the demo, but I hope you have an opportunity to go check one out for yourself. To remind you, we have 40 amp models, dozens of effects. Besides what I showed you in the video, all the popular amps and effects are in there. 200 user presets, new cosmetics. The amp is stage ready and lightweight to easily get you there. Studio ready, or just a great option for writing and practicing at home. So please, when you have a moment, head over to Fender.com to check out the full line of Fender Mustang amps. And as always, stay tuned for more videos. We'll see you.